Hi everybody, Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 4 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here today to give you yet another tool in helping you create the life you want. What I want to talk about today has to do with those problematic situations. Could be people, could be a certain situation that in the past have triggered an old emotional reaction or some particular reaction that you don't like. Now, when I ask people, when I'm doing my coaching and my seminars, what are those triggers? What are those situations? People are very aware of those. I can make a list. And actually, I would encourage you to do that because the more you are aware of what those old triggers are, the less you're going to be surprised by them and the more purposeful you can be in dealing with them. So you make a list. It could be deadlines, deadbeats, in-laws, outlaws, tantrums, traffic, computers, coworkers, almost anything. But the more you know about it, the better. Once you have this list, you want to get really clear, okay, well, what has this triggered in the past? When I've been dealing with all of these situations, or one of them in particular, what have I found myself feeling, or how have I found myself reacting? And of course, people say things like stressed and frustrated and overwhelmed and depressed and angry and anxious and annoyed, and just you want to get aware of what those are. Now, the challenge here is to recognize how, when the trigger triggers the emotional reaction, the reaction actually makes the trigger seem worse, which triggers another reaction and makes it seem worse, and we get caught in a cycle. So what I like to do in my seminars and when I'm working with my coaching clients is to help them break that cycle in a brand new way. Give them new information about how to break that cycle and begin to move past just stopping the old reactions and creating the life you want. In order to do that, you have to be very clear what I call your highest purpose. The qualities or characteristics you want to bring to life, the ones that make the statement about who you are and things you would teach to those you love. Especially in those particular situations. When I'm dealing with traffic or a difficult person or a situation and in the past has triggered a reaction I don't want, how would I like to be able to respond? People say things like patient and compassionate and confident and flexible and knowledgeable and kind and loving. Whatever those are, you want to get a list of those as well. Now you have a good sense of what you don't want, the situations that have triggered that reaction that you don't want, and a list of what you do want. Now the key is to turn the trigger or the problem into the practice field. What does that mean? Well, whenever you think about a practice field, people go there to practice, dealing with situations that might come up and improving on their ability to be influential in the game, in the situation. If we begin to see life's triggers or life's challenging situations as practice fields where we go to practice our highest purpose, practice defining ourselves in a way that we would teach to someone we love. What we're doing actually is engaging this upper 80% of the brain and bringing this more purposeful way of being into the situation that in the past has been the problem. We're turning the problem into the practice field. Now, good news, bad news. Anything we practice, we get good at. That's why we're so good at traffic triggering stress or difficult people triggering anger, whatever it is. Without really meaning to, we've been practicing that for quite a while. Good information, no big deal. What we want to start doing is practicing a new way of being. Identifying that new way of being. What is my highest purpose here? What's the most important thing I want to bring to this situation? And then all the things we need to do in that situation fall under the quality of caring or compassion or knowledgeable or confident or flexible or whatever it is you want to practice within that situation. Anytime we practice something, purposefully or habitually, we create and or reinforce what's called a neural pathway. We send that data either down to the brainstem and we get stressed and frustrated and anxious and depressed, or up to the neocortex where we are actually able to choose the quality and characteristic we want to bring to the situation and allow us to access all the interpersonal skills and problem-solving skills, clarity, confidence, creativity, compassion that allows us to bring our best to life. So what I would encourage you to do is look at those situations that in the past have been problems, have been triggers. Make them your practice field. We are going to be in traffic again. Why not choose how we want to be, practice that, get good at that, so after some point we don't have to practice it anymore. We're already really good at being how we want to be in that particular situation. We can turn problem people into our practice field. Who do I want to be? How do I want to be around them? How do I want to define who I am versus having them make me feel angry or frustrated or stressed? Easier said than done? Absolutely, and isn't everything. So this is about being gentle with yourself, recognizing that it is a process, giving yourself some time to practice. We don't just learn how to play a musical instrument just like that, even though we may know how a musical instrument works. So now you know how the brain works, you want to practice until it becomes second nature. Or really, first nature, the first thing you do. I hope you're finding these videos valuable and meaningful. I am having a ball bringing them to you. If you do, please hit the like button. Google and YouTube really pay attention to that. And of course, if you would like me to come and create a presentation for you on any type of purposefulness, dealing with stress, difficult people, leadership, diversity, whatever it is, I would love to do that. Go to my website, Ph.D.com, hit the contact button, and I will be happy to talk with you about that. If you want to work with me as a person who is looking for some help in becoming more purposeful in your life, go to that website, hit the contact button. Again, I would be happy to talk with you about that. I work with people here in Houston and, frankly, all over the world. So, if this is meaningful to you, if you're liking these concepts, I encourage you to go out and make those problems your practice field. Bring more clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.